Hey guys, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's build, as you can see, we are building in Willow Creek, and I wanted to make a base game only build because The Sims 4 is free indefinitely. I'm not sure if the team has an idea on when they want to not make it free anymore, but I think it's really like a nice opportunity for people to get their hands on the game if they don't feel like spending the money or whatnot. But anyway, I wanted to make this accessible to anybody basically, and I figured creating a nice little starter home would just be a great place to start, no pun intended. This build ends up being, I believe it's a little over 79,000 simoleons and some change. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an office, so there is potential to turn that office into a 3rd bedroom if you'd like. And the backyard space, it's not huge by any means. I end up having a barbecue, little outdoor dining, like seating area with an umbrella. There's a telescope, some lounge chairs, some planter boxes, and monkey bars. I was thinking that this home is going to be perfect for a family of 3. So ideally in my head, I was envisioning 2 parents and a child living here. I didn't make the room very masculine nor feminine. It's very much like either or, kind of split down the middle. It's very focused though on like science and like outer space. So that's like one of the last rooms we decorate though, but I think it ends up being really cute. I do always forget though, like how hard it is to furnish, I guess not so much furnish a home in just base game, but like decorate a home in base game. There's lots of different items that you can use, especially if you take advantage of like the debug menu and things like that, but still it's just so hard. Like I'm so used to cluttering up a space now that we have the everyday clutter kit, and there's just like other pieces that I just really like from certain packs that I use in almost every single build, especially when it comes to kitchens. I love a nice cluttered kitchen, and I feel like between all the packs that I personally own, there's so many different pieces that I can easily clutter up a kitchen, like between the country kitchen kit, the oh my god, why can't I even think of it, cottage living. I feel like just those 2 packs in general have a lot of different like good kitchen clutter, along with dine out of course, and just so many different items. But I think I ended up pulling this build together pretty well, and I didn't think too much about the family that lived here, other than I was thinking that the child sim, whether it's boy or girl, they are just into outer space. Maybe they want to be a scientist or an astronaut, something like that. I end up giving them a lofted bunk bed. So they have like the bed on the top portion, which is in the swatch that has like the, I don't know, like the planets, I guess. I'm like, I don't use it very often, so I'm trying to picture what it looks like, but it's purple, and I believe the sheets on it have like the different planets on it. And then the light I end up using in their bedroom is the one that hangs on the ceiling, and it has like the solar system on it. And then I also placed down the science experiment table. I really don't know what it's called. I seriously think it's just like a science table. So I figured that sim would have, I don't know, like a nice sciencey background or interest at least, and yeah, maybe they just want to be some sort of scientist when they grow up. And then as for the parents, I really didn't think too much about them. I made this house very simple because again, we are building only with base games, so I feel like it's only natural to make it more simple because I don't know, there's not many items in the base game that I'm like, yes, I love this piece. Like these chairs are really nice, but these chairs were added in within the last, I don't know, year maybe. Along with this table, it was, I forget exactly who created this set, so my apologies, but the team, like the Sims team, teamed up with some CC creators on a few pieces that they added into the base game, and I like really love those pieces, but I think it's because they are so different from the traditional base game pieces. So it definitely adds some, I guess, spice to the game. It adds something more interesting to the game. And when I look at these pieces, they don't necessarily fit in with the traditional like base game, but I'm glad that it is part of base game because when I want to do builds like this, I am able to go more like on the contemporary side of decorating or whatnot. Like I feel like base game is very traditional or Victorian or kind of rustic, like farmhousey. Like these this like oh my god, I can't even think, you guys. These couches from base game, they remind me very like, they're kind of like farmhousey, you know what I mean? So I feel like pieces like that is kind of what base game is limited to. So when they teamed up with different CC creators, I thought that was really nice. And also it just gives these creators, you know, their name out there, which I think they definitely deserve, because they don't make money, you know, off of a lot of the things that they create, and they give it away for free. And, you know, I don't know. I just think it was a nice platform to give these CC creators. But anyway, we are furnishing the living room right now. We're pretty much almost done. I was struggling mentally like with cluttering, but then I'm like, well, you know what? It's just not going to be a cluttered build because it's freaking base game limited only. So it made it easy, but also hard because I'm so used to cluttering. If you guys are familiar with my builds, I don't clutter like super crazy like some builders, but I'd say I'm in between minimal and very cluttered. But I think right now we are hopping into the master bedroom. So this is the bedroom I envisioned for the parents. It's very green, so it kind of goes along with the, I guess, whole color scheme in the living room as well. And I end up adding in a dresser, a standing mirror, a rug. I think one or two more like frames on the wall. That's one thing we could definitely use more of, is more wall decor, especially in base game. But I feel like so many of the wall decor items, like picture frames and things like that, are so expensive. Like, I mean, if we're all being real here, we're probably all using cheats, right? But it's still so unrealistic. I don't know. It kind of kills me. Like some of these artwork pieces are like $3,000, and I'm like, no, please don't be that expensive. It's not necessary at all. I can't remember what I placed on this wall. A bookshelf. Okay. I think I was considering placing another dresser, but I don't know. I feel like your Sims realistically only need one dresser. And if we're being super honest, they don't need a dresser, but I love the realism of having a dresser in a bedroom, especially this bedroom was such like an awkward shape. It definitely needed it. But we are moving on into the bathroom now, and I basically copy and paste these two bathrooms. So this is the master bathroom, so it is going to be bigger. There are two sinks in here, but the other bathroom that would be for the child sim, and probably the bathroom that your guests would use is obviously a lot smaller. And I think I end up only putting a shower in there. Typically, I opt to use the shower tub combo, but in this one, I was like, well, if the child sim really wants to take a bath, I'm sure their parents won't mind them using their tub. But growing up, my brother and I, we shared a bathroom with any guests that came over, and we had a shower tub combo. So I was a little bit in between the two, but I figure a shower is perfectly fine. They get the job done. So we ended up just placing that, and it made more sense for like the size of the bathroom and all that. And I wanted to keep the window in here, so I thought that just the shower would be a nice touch. And I don't often just use showers. I always do shower tub combos for the most part. So I wanted to switch it up here. And then now we are moving on into the child's bedroom. This is like actually going pretty quick. I'm actually quite impressed because usually my builds take forever, but I truly think it's because this is a base game build only. So I didn't have many options to mix and match different packs and kits and all that, which was kind of nice. But at the time when I was decorating, I was like, oh, this bugs me, like how plain this looks. But anyway, I think it ends up looking nice. But yeah, this is the sim that I figured is just really into science. So that's the bed that I was talking about earlier. I was having trouble on which color of curtains to use, and I wanted to mix and match different furniture colors, so we end up going with some black and some white furniture. I was thinking that a lot of the wood furniture, like the bookshelf and the dresser, would be white, and then, I guess, and the desk too. So I was thinking maybe that all kind of came in like some type of furniture set, and then the bunk bed, it looks more of like a metal frame bunk bed in my opinion, so I figure it being not matching with everything else didn't seem super out of place. And then I think I just end up making this rug bigger. I think I don't add in a hamper because we don't have laundry day, but I couldn't remember if I added in like that fake little hamper. And then I was really surprised to see this little poster in game. It was something that got updated. I don't know if it happened in like an SDX drop or a patch update, but my husband and I actually played that game together probably like, I don't know, I think I was pregnant when we played it. So this was like several months ago, but we had so much fun playing that game. I think we finished it in just like, I don't know, no more than a month, but we would play like for an hour or two, like every couple of days or whatever. And it was a lot of fun. So I definitely wanted to add that in here. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, Rogan, come look at this. I thought it was so cool. I don't really know the story behind why The Sims did like some sort of collaboration with it, and why can't I even think of the name of that game? Oh my God, you guys, my freaking brain. It's called It Takes Two. It took me a second. I literally went to Google and I typed in Yarn People video game. I mean, how sad. And then of course Unravel came up, which we did actually play also. It's not a 2-player game, but we used to take turns. But It Takes Two. That game was so much fun, and it has like really good like story and concept behind it. But anyway, we are far past that. This is the office. Again, I end up just making it somewhat more like traditional, I guess, but like with some like Victorian aspects to it, I feel like, with the chairs that I placed in here. And then I really had no idea what to put in this like hallway, so I literally just placed a picture frame. I was thinking about placing like a console table to just like maybe put some picture frames on, maybe a candle or something. But then I was like, you know what? I just don't want to get into it because, again, I'm limited on clutter, and I feel like I will just get stressed over how bare it looks, which it would look a lot less bare if I place something like that, which is, so it's kind of silly in retrospect, but whatever. I think it looks fine. I hope you guys do stick around for the screenshots though, because considering it is just base game, I was pretty impressed that I was able to pull it together and like make it look, I don't know, like there was some like, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess variation to the decorations. I don't really know. But now I've just hopped into, I don't even think, oh, I am in the live edit object menu. So I'm just decorating with just some random pieces. I wanted to add in some rock to like the surrounding like landscaping, I guess, just to kind of like give it some more texture and volume and depth and stuff. So I end up placing some of that, and then I do end up placing a little roof over this little porch area here. So I end up placing some indoor plants and a little bench there, so your Sims, I don't know, can just have a place to like sit out in their backyard, but it's more like a side yard area. And then we're back into the live edit objects and just placing down some random plants and just things to landscape the backyard with. I usually struggle with landscaping, but I feel like, considering I was limited to base game, I still did a pretty good job. And I really do think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we are able to access all the live edit objects, especially when it comes to landscaping. But really quickly, my son woke up early from his nap. He's sitting here with me, so if you hear any baby noises, it's just him. But he's pretty interested in what I'm talking about right now, and he's like staring at my mic because he's never really seen it before. So I think he's just like, what are you doing? And the build is almost done now, but we're just adding some last minute little backyard things. This is where we add in the planter boxes. I think we add in 3. We place down 2 loungers. The monkey bars are down. The telescope is down. Oh, so are the loungers already. And then I do a little bit of terrain paint just to make it look like, you know, your Sims actually walk back here. And then that's pretty much it for the build. I hope you guys did enjoy today's speed build, and I hope you stick around for the screenshots because, again, I'm like a broken record. Considering this was all base game, I feel like it turned out pretty good. And usually I doubt myself when it comes to base game only builds, but I think it did help a lot that I only did a starter home. If I was doing this large home, I would have been a bit stumped. But anyway, hit that subscribe button. All my socials are linked down below for you guys, and I hope to see you in a future build. Bye. Can you say hi? Say hi. Can you say hi, Arlo? Say hi, YouTube. Click that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you know when all of my videos are posted. Anything? Huh? You want to talk? All right, well, can you at least say goodbye? Can you at least be polite and say goodbye?